edition, Europe, Get Ready to Travel. This book is for people who want to travel around the world, for people who like traveling, specific to travel to Europe. And we choose only 3 places in Europe, such as Paris, Rome, and Italy. Next. This book contains various touristic places that you can visit in those countries. Okay. Also, it recommends you what kind of transport you should take, the buses or taxis fare that you have to pay, and a lot of information about to travel to these places. Okay. This book contains is divided in 3 units, such as making plans, places to visit, and getting around. If you buy this book, if you want to have this book, you can transport, you can go to the more important places in these cities. Okay, Daniel is going to explain about the book, and Jesus is going to explain about the workbook. Okay? Thanks.
The book itself contains most of the explanations, a couple of exercises. Here you can see, for example, the reading for the first unit is called Planning Ahead now in this current version. You see the things here. The first unit, Planning Ahead, contains the use of present tense for future meaning, future planning for is going to and will, vocabulary expressions for airports, which includes buying tickets, information. And the first unit is pretty much about making plans and here you see a page, part of vocabulary, part of grammar. Next. The book itself, each unit is divided in the reading and three lessons itself. The first lesson contains a dialogue, as you can see here, with questions, contains vocabulary and a little bit of grammar. The second, okay, this is an image, for example, of the reading part. This is part of the last lesson parts, which includes a last conversation to summarize all the grammar, all the vocabulary of the unit, and we have the reading with the questions here. Okay, we see more examples of vocabulary and grammar. There are the grammar boxes. So in the book is presented the grammar boxes itself, the exercises, most of it are on the board. So here, for example, you can see the models for requests. This is for the third unit that is called Getting Around. You can see the uses of can and could for requesting something. See, it's highlighted, and the verbs in this case, which show the structure of this grammar. Here, for example, we see the writing activity. We explain each kind of writing we're supposed to do. This for the third one. This is the brochure. We explain a bit what is the brochure meant to be. We give a model, and then we say, now it's your turn to write a brochure. What places are the most popular where you live, and ways to travel around your country. Tell us about it. So this is the writing task. The brochure is meant to summarize the whole of the third.
Okay, and now our book, Europe Get Ready to Travel, shows you words that you have to be familiar with in case you travel here in Peru or wherever, or the places like Paris, Rome, or London. In this exercise, you have to, choose the correct letter and put in the correct picture. In our book, we put a lot of pictures with the descriptions in order that you have to be familiar and you can easily travel in any airport and you can feel very confident. And the next, okay, here we have based on the grammar that we study on the book, we have exercises, and also students have to write recommendations here as an exercise. And next, we include different kind of exercises, not only choose the correct letter or reading, but also crosswords. The answers here are also on the book, on the text of the book, and they have to just read this and put the correct answer there. And also this book contains different kind of sections like reading, writing. They have to read to the true or false, and also listening. And well, this book is going to be a very important tool for you if you travel to Europe. Thank you.
Okay, what we wanted to use with the grammar that we chose was, for example, to making plans was future. Yes, when you want to make plans, you use the future before to travel. For example, present tense for future meaning. We explain this when to use present tense for future meaning. And then future for planning, going to and will. You have to, it's not the same to use going to and will. When we write, maybe we can write according what we want to know or we want to say. Then, also the vocabulary of use of expression at the airport. For example, when you want to travel, what you have to say when you are in a check-in, when you want to use that kiosk. There are little machines. Also, for example, in places to visit, we use type of places and how to ask and give recommendations. For example, if you want to take a kind of transportation and you don't know what to take, maybe a bus, the metro, you have how to ask this. So for that, we use modal for recommendation as should, could, and ought to. This is the grammar of Unit 2 to ask for recommendation. And Unit 3 is about getting around, asking and giving directions. Maybe if you want to go to the theater to visit museums and you don't know how to get there, you don't know how to ask, or maybe you know and somebody asks you how you can give or ask for directions. And discussing transportation in a city. This is our book presentation. Okay, it's more for a specific purpose for people that want to travel and we choose Europe. Okay, that's all. Thank you.